Hey, what's up, guys? Mike from OCA, and I am back again with another whiskey and windage review. And this time I'm going to talk about one of my EDC pistols. So, the one I'm going to talk about today is actually the Sig Sauer P320. And this is the one that I carry, I'd say 4 days, maybe 4 days out of the week. And if you're familiar with the Sig 320, um, this one is actually done by Zev. So it's actually the Octane 9, which is their version of a better P320. So let's go ahead and talk about all of the features that Zev has done, as well as all of the upgrades that I have done as well. So to first talk about this, let me do the safety check. All right, so everything is good. So what you see here is the firearm itself, and this was built by Zev on behalf of Sig. And the first things that jump out at you are, the slide. First off, Zev got rid of the Sig factory slide and went ahead and added an Octane slide, which their founder Al Wilson just absolutely loves and says that this is how all slides should be built, and this is how all slides should perform. And I kind of agree with it a little bit. It's definitely a nice slide. The second thing that they've done to this slide, other than make it this gold color, which it also is in black and a couple other colors, but the one I got had a gold. The other thing they do on this slide is they actually do have the fiber optic sights in the front, so you can actually come out of the box. It came with a red, or you could swap it with the green. And I just never swapped it out and left it as red because I didn't plan on keeping it, with an open sight that long. So that was the second thing. The first thing other than the color I noticed were the fiber optic sights. The next thing was it was already cut for an RMR. So adding that red dot optic on the back was definitely something I planned on doing. So I definitely jumped on that. Something else that Zev likes to do is they like to put their pro barrels in here, and this is a pro dimpled barrel. It's 3.9 inch in length. They do offer the threaded barrels you can buy separately if you do want to add one. Some of their guns come with them, but if you have something like this, or you have a P320 and you're looking to upgrade, you just need to buy, I think it's a 4.2 or a 4.3 will work for you, but the 3.9 is what comes factory in the 320. So that dimple barrel is definitely something that's going to help dissipate heat better. And so there's that. The next thing you're going to see on this is that it comes with a Sig factory flat front facing trigger. And that's not typical on all of their guns, but on the Zev, they definitely make sure that the flat trigger's there. I tend to like a flat trigger better than a curved bow. It's just easier for, contact with me, and something that, I've just adapted to. I definitely like a flat facing trigger more. Another thing that they have done with this is, one other thing I've done is the first thing I did when I bought the pistol was I traded out the factory Sig grip module and went ahead and put a Wilson Combat grip module on there. So as you can see, the Starburst, that's pretty much a Wilson Combat calling card. But I do have the grip module on here. I do like it. I'm eventually gonna throw an Icarus on there, which will be an all aluminum, but I don't know. I say I'm eventually. I don't know. I'm debating it. I don't know if I want to, do an inside the waistband with all aluminum. I think the plastic's just going to be probably, I don't know. I could go either way. I'll have to get one and play with it and get back with you guys on that. But I definitely love the contour, the grip angle of the Wilson Combat. I also like the texture. The Starburst doesn't really get me, but I do like the texture pattern, and then I do like the more coarse pattern in the back. It does have the undercut in it, so that's a plus. If the undercut wasn't there, I don't know if I could actually get a full hand underneath, so that undercut definitely does do its job. Something else that I've done on this, obviously you can tell, is I've got a stream light. I've got a TLR7, so that is the weapon light I went with on this, which will be a compact. I like how the button is just easy on, easy off. It's very bright, and something I will go ahead and mention to you is that Streamlight has them specific for guns, and then they also have their version of universal. The first one I got from Streamlight was made specifically for the SIG. When I put it on the Wilson Combat Grip Module, it did not want to fit right, and you could tighten it down as much as you wanted, and it kind of came loose. So I kept that, said I'll throw it on something else, and went ahead and bought the universal so I could pick the right rail combination that would lock up real good in this. Last thing on here that I have done, of course, is the Trijicon SRO. I personally love the SRO. Really big sight window, great sight picture, and it's a 2.5 MOA dot. So I wanted the small dot, but it definitely is easy target acquisition. I've got it bright now just so we can pick it up on the camera. So when I turn this around, you're like, oh God, that's super bright. But it's just so you guys can see it. And as you can see, when I start getting into things that aren't reflective, like right there, well, that's bright. But there we go. So that's not too bright right there. But I definitely love the great sight picture that this provides, and it's just super easy. It's super easy for target acquisition. Something I do plan on adding to this is I'm going to add the suppressor height sight so I can get the absolute co-witness on that. Definitely do want that in the event I ever run out of battery, or the weapon optic ever malfunctions. This thing, as far as it sits, I mean, it's, I carried appendage and it sits very flat. It's a very thin firearm, so I definitely love that. And it's very compact. It's something easy that you can carry, you can tuck away. And I mean, adding a light, adding an optic, yeah, it all gets kind of big, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. And the last thing I'll talk about on this is with the X carries, just like most other SIGs, when you get into the compact stuff, it does hold 15 plus one in the chamber. So you're not going to get that 21 round like you could out of a full size. But again, 16 rounds, if you're running out of ammo on that, you could be in trouble. I do definitely recommend carrying a second mag in the event the first mag ever malfunctions or jams and you have to drop that mag and pop a new one in. It's not for that big battle that you're going to need 30 rounds for. If that's what you need it for, you're probably in the wrong place at the wrong time anyway, and you need to get out of there. But overall on that, man, this is my EDC. Again, it is a Sig Sauer P320 done by Zev, so it is the Octane 9. If you guys have any questions, please definitely reach out to me, and let's go ahead and out to the range and see how it performs. All right, guys, so we are on the range and about to shoot my EDC. Before we do that, I want to go over the features and functions one last time on this, if any of you had any questions. To recap, this is a Sig Sauer P320 X Carry. It has the Wilson Combat Grip Module on it. It also has the Streamlight TLR7 and the Trijicon SRO. So now that you've seen this one more time, let's go ahead and put a couple shots downrange and see how she performs. Okay guys, so now that you have heard all about my EDC as well as seen my EDC, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I look forward to answering those. Also, if you need anything that you have seen on this video, I definitely carry everything on my site, and you can check that out with my shameless plug, OCA.TN.com. And on behalf of the Whiskey and Windage family, I'm Mike from OCA, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.